Hello guys, Morgan Dover here, and welcome to the 7th or 8th take of me rereading the story, and I have failed miserably. It is currently 2:02 a.m. I have written this story at 1:31 a.m. What the fuck? Why am I taking so long with this? Whatever. Anyways, let's go on to basics. If you're new here, I have a dog in my room. Therefore, there will be background noise. I am currently very hungry, so you may hear some stomach grumbling. I have a fan on in my room, therefore it may cause some background noise. So do, ignore the background noise, because, I can't really help that part. Anyways, I'm trying to think of what else I need to say. Oh yes, this story credits go to me as I have written this story. And I can obviously prove it because, I was the Wattpad writer for this. If you'd like to read this on your own and, without me stuttering and mumbling the whole time, you're more than welcome to go look at the story in the description. Yeah, okay. This is going to be interesting. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this cute little Midoriya X Listener, or Midoriya time XU story. Titled, It's Just Another Universe. It does, kind of talk about the graduation, which I know in the manga they haven't gotten to yet, so I'm just saying it talks about graduation. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, let us get on with the read. Wow, I cannot English. It's too early for this. Okay. Let's get on with the read, shall we? You opened your eyes as you woke up from a small nap. You felt someone poke your cheek, which had caused you to wake up. You yawned, slouching in your seat, trying to adjust to the brightness in the room. You stretched out your tired limbs, looking over to see a smiling freckled boy. "Oh, Midoriya!" you exclaimed, surprised to see the green-haired boy in front of you. He gave you a soft smile before speaking. Hey, sorry for waking you. It's time to eat now," he said, signaling you to get up from your seat and to follow him. "I've noticed you usually eat lunch in the classroom, so I'm inviting you to eat with me and the others. But of course, if you aren't comfortable with other people, then we can just eat in here, just the two of us." You looked at him, thankful at his offer to only eat with him, as today you weren't exactly in the mood for dealing with people in the loudness of the lunchroom. As you gave him a nod, sitting back down and taking on your bento box, as he took a seat next to you, doing the same thing. You both ate in peace, as Midoriya didn't really know of a good conversation starter, and you didn't want to interrupt the silence, as you didn't want to say something only for the conversation to last a couple words and settle into awkward silence. Not like the situation wasn't already awkward, though. A few days had passed that you had been spending more time with Midoriya. Then soon it turned to a few days, then months, and then the months turned into years. You see where I'm going. You both would now be third years, and in the media, you both were seen as a power couple, even though you both haven't made an official announcement that you two were dating. It was the normal hand-holding that had Midoriya dying every time. And for you, you loved how carefully he planned dates, and how his focused face looks so adorable. He does mumble a lot, and you weren't exactly used to it at first. You kind of found it annoying for a bit, but you eventually got used to it and didn't mind it a lot. Now we're back to the current reality where both of you are third years and graduating. The day had everyone in tears, especially Mina, Midoriya, Yaozu, and many more. You were surprised that you were able to see this day, as you had thought back to all the encounters you had with the League of Villains and other villains that were way more powerful than you at the time. As the ceremony ended, you walked off the stage to look for a certain green-haired boy, as he had left the stage much earlier than you. As you walked down the hallways you had once walked down before, when you were first year, you had heard someone crying. You followed the sounds of cries to find Midoriya crying. Of course. But he was leaning against your locker. Izuku? You said, slowly walking towards him, seeing him look up at you. Oh, hey. You examined his facial features, making note that he had been crying for a while. What's wrong? You questioned him, softly caressing his cheek. Don't worry about that. Just answer this one question for me, okay? You nodded, wondering what he could possibly ask. Would you take me to be your boyfriend? Your eyes widened at his question. Yes, of course. Why? He softly smiled, pulling you into a hug, making you place your head in his neck. Good. That's good to know. He paused for a moment. Sadly, though, this had made things a lot more difficult. You got out of his hug, staring at him. What are you saying, Izuku? You're not making any sense to me. He let out a soft chuckle before speaking again. I will miss you oh so much. Never forget me, love. He says as he kissed your forehead. You stare at him in pure shock, watching a white light slowly take over your vision, seeing Midoriya slowly fade from your sight. You jolt up from your bed, only to realize it wasn't the room you were used to seeing. You stared, looking around the room, seeing no sign of Midoriya. You see nurses rush to your room, so you put two and two together, figuring out you're in the hospital. But for what? You weren't too sure yet. But how was it possible if you were in the hospital, if you were just with Izuku? After a couple minutes of nurses explaining everything to you, you realize that you have been in coma for what would now be 3 years. You couldn't handle it. Was Midoriya not real? Why couldn't you activate your quirk? Why did you just have to wake up from your coma now? You were about to enjoy a life with Midoriya, and now all of that was gone. The nurses had gave you alone time to let you collect your thoughts. As you would silently talk to yourself, tears prickling the sides of your eyes. I'll come back to your world one day, Izuku. One day. I mean, how hard could it be? It's just another universe I would have to get across to see you again. I feel like I was kind of noticeable and people could realize where I was going with the story. But that's okay. I was still able to get y'all to you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like, click on the video, you know, and then think you're going to get some cute-ass story while in reality, I just told you that you woke up from a coma and that you never really had a life with Midoriya, that he's actually still an anime character. That's rough, buddy. I'm sorry for hurting you all like that. I was just in pain earlier and I had to take it out on something, because, you know. Anyways, I hope, I hope you guys all enjoyed this story, and I hope I didn't, like, make anyone too sad, because that would have been rough, buddy. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this story, and the shitty voice acting and all of that, and how rushed it was. But anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and Morgan Devil is out. Bye!